What's up, YouTube? I built a new van. Let's check it out. This is it. That's my dog. We're in the Red River Gorge. Let's do a van tour. And hopefully the rain doesn't sound too bad. It's raining way too much to film. There's a wet dog down there. I'm gonna go have some fun with the dog while it's kind of raining. Get it! Alright, so this van is a Promaster 159 extended. I put all of my time and energy in 2020 into it. This became my pandemic project, my way of attempting to stay sane. Oh my God. That's how I felt in 2020. I needed a creative outlet to put my focus, to put my energy into. I sold my first van, so that gave me the budget to buy, you know, the nice appliances like the isotherm fridge and just put everything I had into it. And I'm just proud of it. Okay, so basically I gave it my all. This was my pandemic project. Let's go check it out. First thing you see when you open the door is this large window in the center of the van. I wanted to be able to look straight through the van and have it feel more open. It's also directly next to the desk and the chairs, so it's just a good spot to sit and hang out. Dude, you are so dirty. Maybe in retrospect, bringing my dog to the creek to do the van tour was not a good idea, but we're here and we're gonna do it. So the first thing you see when you come in is this window at the two-person desk. I wanted to make this space as livable as possible, and I also wanted to not have to set anything up or tear anything down in the morning or at night. The table is fixed, the bed's fixed, the shower's fixed, everything is fixed. Everything stays exactly where it is. In my mind, that makes it harder to break. It also makes it a lot easier to live. To the right here, we have a full-size mirror. The idea behind having a hard divider was mostly for my dog, just so that I could know that she was not going to get into the front where it might be too hot. So anyway, I wanted this hard wall, and it also doubles as a full-size mirror, which visually doubles the length of the van and I think helps a lot. All right, more features. This is a design that I borrowed from my first van. It's a great way to store pots and pans, the fire extinguisher, the dog food is neatly tucked away on this side of the sink. Just a couple of storage options and the slide out trash can. I had this dry goods storage in my previous van. I liked it so much I wanted to include it in this one, so I've got some broccoli, nuts, chia seed, and a turmeric coffee creamer, along with the only plants I can't kill, a pothos. Behind that, the shower and the restroom. There's a composting toilet, a nature's head, a custom-made stainless steel shower pan that my friend welded. It turns out that I'm allergic to teak. I didn't know you could be allergic to teak, but purple wood has very similar properties to teak, and that's what I used. So the shower is heated. There's a 2.5 gallon Bosch electric water heater. It works very well. You probably believe me before that. The shower has an extractor fan, so you keep all that moisture out of the van. It also is a light. And then hooks, love me some hooks. If you go running and you have sweaty clothes, or if you just, I don't know, you dry stuff. I don't know what you're drying. One of the biggest design principles for me with this van was to show off the plywood. I didn't want to paint anything. I wanted to see the grain of the plywood. I wanted to see the edge of the plywood. Everything is built for space. It's built to look beautiful. It's built to be extremely functional. And it's built to show off natural materials like the cedar ceiling and the plywood walls. Okay, next to the shower are drawers. So this is the step to get up into bed. You step right on top of it. It's on 250-pound sliders, and it'll kind of rest on the ground right here. So it's a very secure step. This is where I keep the dog food though. So it's all the small stuff in a van that's easy to forget about in the design phase. Where does the trash go? Where does the dog food go? What are we gonna do with shoes? What happens when my gear, my rain jacket is soaking wet? Where can I dry it? All of those things are really easy to overlook, and I have overlooked in the past, but I wanted to design this van in a way that was just user-friendly. Oh, I almost forgot. Underneath the fridge, I have a little shoe cubby which raises the fridge so it's easier to access. The fridge, it's an isotherm 85 stainless steel fridge with a freezer. and I've been very happy with this thing. It's real stainless steel. Below here is where the heat comes out. The hot air from the S-bar is in the center of the van. Not only is it in the center of the van, it's at the base of the shower. So if you take a shower, as soon as you step out, you're greeted with warm air right at your feet. I don't like to see all the controls out. Some people do. It's like a cool, rugged kind of look. But I really like to hide all of my controls if I can. So I also am a big fan of tactile stuff. These switches, boom, you just hit them. You can be completely asleep and still figure it out. I didn't want this to snap off and break or be in the way. So it's pretty great. You just reach right under here, turn that on, and voila. Listen to this. That's good. That's a good dimmer switch. Okay. Gas range cooktop. I love cooking with gas. It's also great for saving energy over an induction cooktop. Magnetic strip for the knives and coffee stuff over here. I've got a plates over there. Everything's done with piano hinges for just great durability. So up top there are 3 cabinets, one for the electrical. You have a messy compartment. So here is where I keep my Wi-Fi card, the battery monitor, the inverter shutoff, 12-volt USB ports, and 4 120-volt charging ports. There's also a extractor fan above the cooking area, in addition to the 2 max air fans on either side of the van. At both the head of the bed and the foot of the bed are windows that slide open. These things are great to create a cross ventilation so that you can stay cool at night in the summer. I'm a big fan of the way this bed turned out. Okay. Woo. It's a full-size mattress, edge to edge, and it's 8 inches deep, so it's a pretty significant mattress. Very comfy, and it provides space for the gear garage. Let's check it out. One more thing too before we go to the garage. These ceiling panels are cedar, and they're not stained, they're actually burned. There's a Japanese wood ceiling technique called shosugiban. What I did here was I burned all of this cedar, so this used to originally be, you know, the same color as Russian birch. Burned it to a crisp, and then just spent hours scrubbing it off until you end up with this really cool pattern. Yeah, but no stain was used on the ceiling. I did seal it once, otherwise you get a little bit of that carbon ashy residue, which you just don't want to get everywhere. Whew. So that's what I did for the ceiling. Very happy with it. I love seeing her have a good time. So this is the gear garage. This is one of the main driving forces behind the redesign, the new design of this van. I wanted to be able to bring a bike. I want to be able to put a surfboard up there and just haul gear. I found myself in my first van in all these beautiful places without much of an ability to actually bring gear with me. So I wanted to change that with this design. It's worked out pretty well so far. Behind the propane is a 42-gallon water tank. The fill is on the outside. So this is an exterior locking fill. You just put a hose in there and fill up. I didn't want to mess with having the water fill inlet on the inside of the van. I know a lot of people do that, and I'm sure it works well, but I know myself, and I know that I would spill water everywhere if that was on the inside of the van. So it's on the outside. There is shore power in the form of a regular power cord. My thinking with it being a normal power cord is that you're gonna be charging at your house or your friend's house a lot more than an RV campsite. Otherwise, why do we get these things? So I have storage for 1 bike right now. You could build out a tray with sliders and add 2 bikes, but right now, just the 1. Next to it is, of course, yoga gear, the all-important yoga gear. Some extra bike stuff too. So I left as much clearance up here as I could if I ever wanted to put a surfboard vertically. There's also room just to hang, you know, ropes for rock climbing or whatever you want. Deep storage right here. This goes about 4.5 feet back. That's usually where I put my backpack that has all the rock climbing gear in it. This is where I keep the propane. It's an 11-gallon tank, about half the size of your standard barbecue tank. There is a vented hole right around it that goes straight to the ground. Above it here is the shower mixer, the dusty, hot and cold outdoor shower mixer, so you can take a shower outside or wash the dog off. You got the 2.5 gallon Bosch water heater along with the 45 PSI water pump, filter, and actuator, accumulator. I can never remember what those things are. Now in this compartment I had all of my construction equipment in there. Right now it's being used to build another van that I'll talk about later. So back here, it's gonna be a little difficult to see. 2000 watt Renogy inverter charger you can plug into shore power, and of course the heart of the whole van. Behind this wall are 3 lithium-ion Battleborn batteries. You have a kill switch for the entire system, battery monitor on the negative line, Dusty again. This van gets a lot of use. Blue Sea breakers, Blue Sea 12 volt panel, Victron alternator charger, and solar charger. I don't know what else to say about this van. I think that's about it. Now, I know I just introduced this van to you, but it is for sale. I've already sold it by the time this video comes out. I hate to see it go. It's so much of, you know, I had just gotten my dog and was building this during the pandemic, and this van means a lot to me, and I'm really happy with how it came out. I'm actually going to build a handful of other vans and sell them. I'm gonna keep one of them, but I'm gonna build and sell a couple. So what I'm gonna upload to this channel in the future is going to be some of those build videos and other antics with this little thing. What? So thanks for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope you liked the van. Let me know what you thought about it, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.